Brighton was a great place to build a town. You had a railroad that came first, you had a river that was here long before that, and it wasn't too long before the people who had come to rush for the gold found out that they were hungry, and so they found that this was a great place to grow crops and to raise foodstuffs for the miners and to make a living. There were the original families that settled along the Platte River, and then it wasn't too long before a gentleman named Strong and a gentleman named Carmichael came, and they developed this part of Brighton. This street is the original street. If you look back at photos from the past, you'll find many of these buildings in those photos.
My husband and I moved to Brighton in 2001, and I want to tell you a little bit about why. We moved here, we were both working in downtown Denver. I was on Capitol Hill, and we had been living in Loveland, and it was time to move. The kids were grown. We didn't want to live in Denver, so I looked at a map and looked for a dot that was just big enough, just close enough, but not too big, and we found Brighton. We ultimately moved here because of the downtown area and how much potential there was for downtown, and also the Armory building. These were the things that caught our attention. That and the fact that there's ag land all the way around town. It's a self-contained, viable community, and that's why we moved to Brighton.
Brighton's had a bad habit in the past of tearing down some of their great old buildings. Brightonians are very practical people, and they don't often look to the future. They look at what a building costs today, and they don't see that someone might want to use it for a different purpose sometime in the future. And that short-sightedness has cost us many very nice buildings in Brighton that we would want to have back if we possibly could.
There's so much activity. People are always walking around day and night, and part of it is the daytime businesses and then the nighttime activity that's happening now. There's retail, and there are restaurants and brew pubs. It's really becoming a place to be. There will be more residential in the not too distant future, I believe. And it is coming back to being the heart of Brighton.
I think one of the most exciting things about a historic district is a way to recognize the history of your town and really celebrates what's important about Brighton. Not only is that great for the community and the people that live here, but it's a way to market your community and let people know what's exciting and a reason to come down and visit and see what's here. So it's a great marketing tool in promoting your community and promoting the economy and the business of your downtown district.
Part of making the future successful is to look back at our past. Brighton Historic District can be a great place for school field trips and for museum tours, but it also can be a great place to hang out for the youth. It can be a place to go to the movie theaters and walk around downtown.
I look back to Leffingwell Hardware. That's where my first bicycle came from. The building next door was a confectionery. They rented rooms upstairs. That was the grandfather of my very best friend. Going down the street, I can see Ellen's Bakery. There's the old Gamble's store. And people who've lived in Brighton for some time will say, well, that's just old hat. Anybody could point those out. But a lot of people can't because no one has ever told them what they are. So there's been lots of changes and lots of reasons to look back and see what was there, and lots of reasons to say, let's not tear that down so quickly. Let's keep that. It adds a lot to what we're doing.
One of the great things about being a historic district is it allows you to access historic tax credits from the state. These credits are a 20% tax credit on the work that you do to rehab a historic building. As you can see, the building behind me has just been designated, and one of the reasons for that designation is to undertake a rehabilitation and use those historic tax credits.
These are all important parts of Brighton, and for people who haven't had the chance to learn about them, this is an opportunity for us to share that with them. So I would strongly encourage you to support a historic district in this location, and I think it would be an excellent investment in Brighton's future.
And when I graduate from high school and move on to college, Brighton can be a good place to come back to and visit family and friends and still have a safe place and a good place to go.
One of the great side effects that you have when you get to a historic district is not only is there a benefit for the district itself, but it benefits the area and the region as a whole. When companies are looking to relocate and find a place to be, they're looking for a place where people care about their community, where there is something special there, where people want to make a difference. And having a downtown historic district to talk about what's here and what's happening in Brighton and how important it is, gives these people an identity. It gives a place an identity where they say, hey, these people are involved in their community, they're making something happen, it's a place I want to be. When you bring a company to an area, they want a place that has a place to be, an it place. And by doing a historic district, you're saying that we have that place, there's something special about Brighton, and we want you to be here. So it's a great tool as far as economic development and recruitment of business to your town.
So the Brighton Historic District can be a great place for youth to hang out. For me, I can't make it to downtown Denver, and it would be an awesome asset to just hang around downtown with a bunch of friends. So a historic district would be a safe place for youth to go, but it also can bring in new families with youth so that we can improve Brighton even more.
Having a historic district in your downtown is really a way to bring excitement to your downtown, to bring interest in your downtown, to really give it a sense of place, a place that people want to be, a place that people want to explore, a place that has an identity. It's a great way to be able to market that identity, to have events downtown, to really celebrate the thing that makes it special about being in Brighton.
Downtown Brighton is a place for connections between peoples and cultures, arts and retail and activity. This is the place that it can all happen. We hope to have your support for a historic district downtown.
So I'm here to speak in favor of establishing a historic district so that other people can enjoy them and appreciate the history that we've got.